What is good, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news during the CSGO Majors. So if you guys want to watch this later, I don't blame you, okay? Go. If you don't want to be here, get gone, okay? But now that you guys are still here watching, what's up? Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to CSGO news. Every story will be timestamped down below. Let's hop into it with the major beginning for playoffs. One of those teams, that being Vitality. Their CEO has now been bussing people in for a very cheap price, which I've been told is actually a deposit. So you get your money back as well. They're bussing players out or people out who want to go to the major. That's freaking great. But the same CEO, thanks to Nell, I'll link his Twitter down below for all of you guys, translated from an interview a month ago. It brings up a great talking point, maybe not the best talking point for during the major, but in that interview, apparently it is the Vitality CEO that most orgs in CSGO were not making money from their CSGO players. CSGO is not profitable for most organizations out there. A pretty dark statement to start the video with, right? But it makes you think. It really does. When I first read this, I was like, wow, am I surprised? Not really. Are you guys? That's a giant question. I'm sure many of you guys are not as well. I tried to think about if there was any team out there that's actually making money from their CSGO team whilst giving the players a far majority of the prize pool earnings, whilst paying them, you know, anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 for the top level teams per player per month. Who is actually making money in terms of brand value? Probably the only way you possibly could. I could think of Liquid and really no one else who's probably returning value to the organization. So that statement, it makes perfect sense, right? Super high salaries, you know, prize pool earnings, sticker money, mostly going to the players. It makes complete sense as why a lot of people out there are not making money from their CSGO teams. And also on top of that, a great talking point, think about all the organizations out there who have left CSGO, who have tried not paying their players or have not paid their players whatsoever to try and cut those costs. It makes a lot of sense, right? Denial, Winter Fox, we have lately NIP, we have Crazy coming out saying that they came into debt, right? By doing all of this, and it makes a lot of sense of all the teams out there who have also left and not come back, Echo Fox, TSM, as to why CSGO is a very weird market to be in, and the real big value you get out of a good team is probably brand value, like a team like Liquid. You guys can leave your thoughts down below. Is this the esports bubble? I don't know. Has Nell just ruined my day? Maybe, but there are crazier stories out there, guys. Let's break them down. Oh, that being HellRaisers. Yikes, they are gone. They're all benched. Crazy, right? My goodness. I don't even know how to open up this story, guys. HellRaisers official, as of yesterday, has now benched their entire roster. Everybody just gone. They go 1-3 for a major. And remember, this roster, they pick up Oscar in place of Woxic, two top tier oppers kind of switching back and forth. A roster we still thought was going to be pretty decent, right? I didn't think they were going to go anywhere. This might attribute to our first story of not making money in CSGO. It really might. HR has now benched their roster according to their players, tweeting out some cryptic things. More importantly, Overdrive as well has said, maybe not surprised, they might be disbanding their entire organization in CSGO, might be taking a break from CSGO, which by the fact that they benched their entire roster, it's probably not too shocking to a lot of you guys out there. Dead Fox getting his last laugh. If you guys were wondering as well, Dead Fox is now a completely free agent. Everyone else has a buyout, and they're currently just being benched. Not going to compete. Not going to play. I don't know what went wrong here for a team that went 1-3 at the major. I tweeted about this, but I'll reuse the jokes right now, guys. You know, we have a team like Furia. They go 1-3, but they just signed 5-year contracts, so suck it up. Those players got spots for quite some time. You got Complexity thinking, yo, we're going to make some big money moves. We went 1-3 as well. Let's just get Neo and Keo. And alongside that, you got a team like HR. They go 1-3. What do? Bench the entire roster. Frick those players. Okay? It's weird. I don't know what's going on in the CIS scene. We'll see where these players go. If any of these players are worthy of a buyout, it's probably a guy like Oscar and maybe one other. We're going to see what happens sometime soon. HR has burned their entire roster. And speaking of Complexity, guys, it was Rickeh, you know, a couple days ago. I think it was actually last week. He talked about his kind of a semi-departure, it seemed, from Complexity. He kind of roasted what was, in a sense, his former team or organization as well. It was a weird post, okay? People freaked out about this. He took to a twit longer to discuss all of his issues that have been going on. Rickeh, you know, a week ago doing that, and now this week just straight leaking things for the future of Complexity, which could be replacing him on that roster. Although, to be fair, it was through Cooper's stream. It wasn't through his own stream directly. It did slip out, though, that apparently, after Jason Lake did follow Neo and Keo on Twitter last week, apparently, according to Rickeh, guys, they will be potential replacements for that Complexity roster.
Yeah, Juice Man, go ahead.
CoL trying to get Neo and Kioshima.
I think Cooper is not muted.
Is anyone thinking what I'm thinking? I know you guys, I know at least one of you guys is thinking, is this really the move that we want for complexity? You can't tweet things like this, Jason. You cannot tweet, we pay the highest salaries, we buy you out. You cannot tweet that and then go get Neo and Keo, can you? I love the guys, okay? I like the guys. I don't know about Neo. I'm not fully convinced by the guy, but if you're gonna bring an established IGL like that to NA, who knows what he can do? I'll give him that, okay? He's a legend. Keo, I love the guy, so I don't mind him. And Neo and Keo is a really cute title for a couple guys out there. I'm not judging them. I might be judging the move because you tweet out some big moves like that, and all of a sudden you go for Neo and Keo. It's probably not what most people were expecting when you reach deep into your pocket to get Neo and Keo. But it could be happening, guys. Complexity, 2 new players. Could be Neo Keo. And also in huge news out there for any North American fans, pay attention. Ryan's article will be linked down below. Ryan's doing great work, has some great inside sources here in America, guys. What could be the newest North American roster is Chaos returning with a brand new roster with some very interesting players. If this becomes true, I'm instantly going to be a fan because Steel's going to be there alongside Rush. Who would have thought from Cloud9 to Chaos? But again, we don't know how this roster will do. Apparently Infinite as well. He's a former Cloud9 trial member, as well as Hydrex from the Singularity team, who could be falling apart. We're going to see what happens here, guys, because apparently their coach as well, Sheikh Zula. If I mispronounce that, I'm sorry. If it's supposed to be pronounced like Shaq, I don't know. Sheikh Zula, guys, also Singularity's former coach, will be joining the roster, and apparently also in talks with NATO Safix. Also, according to Ryan's article, though, even crazier news, for any Floppy fans out there, potentially he denied an offer to Envy. He denied an offer to Envy. I don't know where else he could be going, but Floppy denied an offer to Envy. One of his teammates has now joined this potential new roster for Chaos, along with their coach. It seems like Singularity, after failing to make ESL Pro League, they might be going other places, and they might be joining some very weird rosters. I'm very curious where the Madman Floppy's going to go, because I don't know how you deny a roster spot on Envy, who, again, did not have a great year, but they could be... Guys, I'm a North American fan. I gotta say, they could be going places. They could make some changes, and we'll see what happens. NA changes, though, are going to be pretty crazy here, of course, and we're going to see some brand new lineups, which could consist of guys like Steel and Rush playing together, and who's going to complain about that? So rumors do continue over here, guys. And very lastly, for all of you, I cannot wait for a dedicated video on the ESL Pro Tour. It's an exclusive, apparently exclusive Pro Tour for only some teams. I don't know. It's confusing, okay? I don't understand why these exclusive leagues keep on being established. Imagine ESL has now come forward with their own exclusive league after seeing how Blast Pro went over, okay? The public backlash for Blast Pro being exclusive was insane, but ESL comes in and says, we can do it better, and maybe they can. We'll have a dedicated video for that sometime soon. My next video for all of you guys will be a solo video on the Draken NIP story. I hope you guys show some support for it, because that is an insane story, and I'm glad I can finally share it with all of you. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll keep sharing the news, and you guys drink some coffee. All right, bye.